Let's see what we got. Does the police have solid evidence on Sheisty? Academics reacts to Big 30 getting $100K in Gucci case. What that mean? What you mean he got $100K? He got paid $100K. Feeling like I'm academics.
Can't run away. Pooh Sheisty. We're getting some major updates from these these detention hearings. And these detention hearings are telling us a lot more about what this case is probably going to be. So, give me 1 second. I'm trying to find the video for you guys here. So here's the latest on what's going on in Memphis. First and foremost, there was a detention hearing that happened for Memphis rapper Big 30. Remember, there was
Big
already
probably getting less time since all he did was hold the door open.
one on Friday for the father of Pooh Sheisty. Now we get a detention hearing for Big 30, and the lawyer came out and he did some questions with the press, which
I'm about to say, I don't know why I feel like Big 30 a rat.
I think it's kind of like
not a rat, but like he would rat, like he would tell on somebody.
Okay. You know, he feels confident about the case already. Check this out, Jen.
House arrest after he was charged, along with Pooh Sheisty last week.
Here we go.
Memphis rapper Big 30 is now on house arrest after he was charged, along with Pooh Sheisty last week, on kidnapping and robbery.
Now, keep in mind, everyone keeps saying these guys are facing life. These guys are blah, blah, blah. The father gets house arrest, and Big 30 gets house arrest. Oh, no. Never mind. He was on house arrest, right? He did get a bond, though.
Along with Pooh Sheisty last week on kidnapping and robbery charges. But Big 30's attorney says that he expects to appeal.
See, it only probably be bad for Pooh Sheisty because he just got out of jail, was on probation, ankle monitor, and all that. But Big 30, the dad, and all them, they wasn't on nothing. So, you know, they good.
Fox 13 told you this morning that a judge in North Texas ordered Pooh Sheisty's dad, Lontrell Williams Sr., to be brought back to Dallas after he was also granted house arrest in Memphis.
I don't know a Big 30
Fox 13's investigative reporter Kayla Solomon joins us live downtown at the federal court. Kayla, it was a packed courtroom for today's hearing.
Yeah, Darcy, and a number of them were family members, loved ones, supporters of Big 30. Ultimately, a judge decided to assign him a $100,000 bail amount with standard bond conditions like a curfew as well as an ankle monitor. But I heard from his attorney, Arthur Horn, who tells me he's expecting an appeal soon.
Here's a young man that has turned his life around and is trying to make something of himself, and unfortunately has gotten himself caught up in a situation that has nothing to do with him.
Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, was given a $100,000 bail by a federal judge with standard bond conditions. But attorney Arthur Horn says the fight to keep him out of custody isn't over.
Going to file an appeal, and they're going to appeal the judge's decision, and we will have to have another detention hearing in Texas on the same facts, just like you saw today.
Wright is one of 9 men facing federal charges stemming from the alleged kidnapping and robbery of rapper Gucci Mane and others in a Dallas recording studio in January. One of Wright's co-defendants, Memphis rapper Lontrell Williams Jr., or Pooh Sheisty, was signed to Gucci Mane's label, 1017 Records. Prosecutors say the incident started when the rapper asked to be released from his recording contract, and Gucci Mane said no. Horn says Big 30 has nothing to do with that.
He has no interest in whether Pooh Sheisty has a contract with 1017 or he doesn't. They're going to make music together regardless.
Horn says he's ready to see how this case plays out in Texas.
I think the interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
So he did? I didn't know that.
And it is worth noting that last week we did hear from an FBI agent who said that he had not heard from Gucci Mane either. He also noted that there were no working video cameras inside this recording studio.
With Pooh Sheisty last week on kidnapping and robbery charges. But Big 30's attorney says that he expects to appeal. Fox 13 told you this morning that a judge in North Texas ordered Pooh Sheisty's dad.
And if I know Gucci Gucci probably want them boys to come home, and Gucci will get them stepped on for sure.
Had Lantrell Williams Sr. to be brought back to
And when I say
Dallas
stepped
after
on,
he
I'm
was
talking
also
about
granted
some
house arrest in
Gucci
Memphis.
ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm
Fox
saying?
News
But he gonna
investigative
sit
reporter
at you,
Kayla
and you ain't gonna
Solomon
know where
joins
it's
us
coming
live
from.
downtown at the federal court. Kayla, it was a packed
shit Birdman will
courtroom
do.
for today's hearing.
Yeah, Darcy, and a number of them were family members, loved ones, supporters of Big 30 as an ankle monitor. But I heard from his attorney, Arthur Horn, who tells me he's expecting an appeal soon.
Here's a young man that has turned his life around and is trying to make something of himself, and unfortunately has gotten himself caught up in a situation that has nothing to do with him.
Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, was given a $100,000 bail by a federal judge with standard bond conditions. But attorney Arthur Horn says the fight to keep him out of custody isn't over.
Going to file an appeal, and they're going to appeal the judge's decision, and we will have.
Or pooh, sheisty was signed to.
This nigga on mute like
Oh, my bad. Thank you for that. The most interesting part of this like press conference outside the courthouse, right? Remember, Big 30 has a $100,000 bond, which, by the way, I think we have to be very logical here. This is a charge that potentially carries up to life. The judge has seen two people so far and basically has ordered that they could get a bond.
Go up to life when
Hey,
nobody got killed, nobody
just pay
got
$250,000
shot, nobody got hurt. People
for the
just got
father,
robbed.
and you can
Can't
be on
be
home
like-
confinement. Now for Big 30, they're saying 100,000, and even then, Big 30 wants it to be reduced even more. That shows they have good faith not only in their lawyers in terms of Big 30 and on the defendants, but they probably doubt the case. What the fuck is the case about? So anyway, after securing this 100K bail, the lawyer for Big 30 did an interview, and in the interview, they called out pretty much the prosecutors, in a sense, by saying, hey, listen, y'all witness don't want to be witnessing no more, which is Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane is the person who pointed out a bunch of people. There's two other people who pointed out some people, but he pointed out pretty much everybody. They're saying Gucci does no longer want to participate. Check this out.
Of rights co-defendants, Memphis rapper Lantrell Williams Jr., or pooh, sheisty, was signed to Gucci Mane's label, 1017 Records. Prosecutors say the incident started when the rapper asked to be released from his recording contract, and Gucci Mane said no. Horn says Big 30 has nothing to do with that.
He has no interest in whether pooh, sheisty has a contract with 1017 or he doesn't. They're going to make music together regardless.
Yeah, but they
Horn
friends,
says he's ready to see how this
told him,
case
"Man,
plays
come ride
out in
with me. Let's go
Texas."
slide on Go
I
Out."
think the interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
And it is worth noting.
So the lawyer of Big 30 says that Gucci Mane came out publicly and said that he's not cooperating,
We ain't see it.
which, we're all following the story pretty, carefully. No one's seen that. Now, the only thing I can find of any type of story with maybe like some type of level of credence that would suggest that Gucci's not taking a stand is a Source article. So Source, they dropped a
even if he did rap, I
post
don't think
3
he'd
days
take the
ago,
stand. He might have
and
gave a description on what happened, but I don't think he'd take the stand. Fuck.
said that Gucci Mane declines to cooperate in pooh, sheisty case. Now, if you read the caption, it says Gucci is reportedly refusing to cooperate in a case connected to recent allegations involving pooh, sheisty. Let's Google that, see where we can find the original article. Yeah, other than this is all hip hop. I'm not too sure where else it's coming from.
That last week we did hear from an FBI agent who said that he had not heard from Gucci Mane either. He also noted that there were no working video cameras inside this recording studio at the time of this incident. Darcy.
That is Fox 13's Kayla Solomon reporting live downtown tonight. Thank you, Kayla.
Yeah. So and by the way, I'm corroborating some of this stuff in my source as well. they're now telling me that supposedly, again, I'm not going to ever give it my source, but they're telling me that that's kind of the narrative that's being pushed. So maybe he wasn't shot. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't shot. I don't know. They're telling me that. Oh, they're now telling me that some of this stuff from my source as well. They're now telling me that supposedly, again, I'm not going to ever give it my source, but they're telling me that that's kind of the narrative that's being pushed. So maybe he wasn't shot. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't shot. I don't know. But look like they're saying that the team might not be lying. So it appears that there's an incident. They got into it. Offset, TJ, whatever happened. But possibly TJ's not shot while Offset is shot.
Oh, all right.
I try to figure out if there was any other members or people who hang with or, around TJ or Offset who got shot. And we're only hearing about one person getting shot, which is Offset.
And what Offset got shot at? In the leg, arm, chest? You got a leg ass?
I'm posting to Instagram. Okay.
Memphis
right.
rap.
So, again, we're working that by the minute, by the second. So give me a chance if I keep switching topics. I am trying to get through this topic here. This lawyer coming out and saying, oh, nah, this lawyer basically saying that, oh, no, Gucci's apologized, or not apologized, but basically backtracked. There's no proof of this. So this is what I'm kind of saying. Where is he getting this info unless he has some secret info or maybe he's spoken to Gucci, which I would imagine you wouldn't speak to Gucci. But how does he know that Gucci is declining to cooperate further? Now, I particularly think that the social media embarrassment is going to prevent Gucci from really going all the way to the stand. But I really don't know, honestly.
Rapper Big 30.
January. One of them tracked
17, or he doesn't. They're going to make music together regardless.
Horn says he's ready to see how this case plays out in Texas.
I think the interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
Why they keep playing this?
Okay. I've said it hinges on Gucci Mane pointing out pooh, sheisty. You can't just wait on the cop. The cop wasn't there. So if we're waiting on Gucci Mane to be the star witness, I think hip hop is going to do a number on him that he's going to be like, nah, man, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. At the end of the day, if people think about cost risk analysis, Gucci probably owns a lot of his music already. He doesn't need to do the extra stuff. So why let him go for free? Or why, send him to jail, especially if you were from the streets? So what I particularly believe is that Gucci's going to try to moonwalk from this issue. Is it too late? I don't know. Usually I'm like, oh, the streets will tell.
I say Gucci going to let him come home and then he's going to try to get him touched.
And it is worth noting that last week we did hear from an FBI agent who said that he had not heard from Gucci Mane either. He also noted that there were no working video cameras inside.
Nigga do be happy that, he ain't lose his life over no dumb shit, but nigga ain't gonna let that slide. All of the jewelry and wedding bands and all that shit, nigga ain't letting it slide. Nigga want you to come home and they gonna get at you.
This recording studio at the time of this incident.
See, that's spooky.
Darcy.
That is Fox 13's Kayla Solomon reporting live downtown tonight. Thank you, Kayla.
So no working cameras in there. Gucci might not cooperate. We haven't seen him since.
They probably worked and just told the police.
How are they going to convict pooh, sheisty? How?
They gonna if he don't get convicted for that, he gonna get convicted for being on house arrest and going all the way down there without telling the PO, being around a weapon if they do got proof for that. If they don't got no proof for the weapon, then he might just get probation violation or some shit like that. I don't know. With the other niggas who was flexing the jewelry and showing the jewelry and shit, they might do some time. I'm assuming.
How are they going to convict him if they don't have all the stuff? Now, shout out to my man Lawyer for Workers. He did a good breakdown on this. Check this out. By the way, we said all this stuff already.
I'm going to play the clip. The clip puts to bed any idea that Pooh is cooked. You're going to hear Big 30's lawyer talking about Gucci's plans on testifying. For good measure, the reporter from a respected news outlet out in Texas saying the FBI hasn't exactly heard from Gucci. Check this out.
Interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
And why is this an FBI case for a nigga getting
And
robbed?
it is worth noting that last week we did hear from an FBI agent who said that he had not heard from Gucci Mane either. He also noted that there were no working video cameras inside this recording studio at the time of this incident. Darcy.
If Gucci does not testify, the question went off to the side, completely enclosed. It is not at all clear that anybody in the control room could actually see into the studio. And it's definitely clear that there could be people in parts of the control room who would not be able to see into the recording area
But the people in the control room got robbed too, though, so.
at all. What does that mean? Well, we know the security guards were outside in the hallway. And we know that the only people who were in the control room were the business people.
And how the security guard let Pooh Shiesty and them leave? Is this a security guard with no weapon on him? Did they rob him out of his weapon? How did he let his client get robbed and they just walk out peacefully? No struggle, no nothing, no shooting after that, no nothing?
Gucci is inside the recording studio. When you read paragraph 21 and you read paragraph 22, it's funky. It doesn't exactly make a lot of sense. So if you read it, I want you to follow along. They say Big 30 barricades the door to the studio. They say that the security guards try to barge in, and when the security guards barge in, they get a peek and they see that they're outnumbered by the armed target suspects. It does not say that they are outnumbered by an armed Pooh Shiesty. Instead, they lump Pooh Shiesty in with the whole group of target suspects, suggesting that the security guards only saw other people, not Pooh with the gun. Later, where it's alleged that Pooh has the gun, he's allegedly holding it to the back of the head of one of the business people. And so, if there's anybody here other than Gucci who seems like they could put Pooh away, it's going to be one of the business guys. And so that's going to be ultimately, that guy's testimony seems to tell you where this entire case is headed. Everybody on the internet, I know you want to be so right, but the accused, when they get the full weight of the feds on them, deserve more than banter and gossip. Now, they...
All right, my man done turned to a defense attorney in front of my eyes. Holy. Holy. Shout out to him, though. So, essentially, where's
Pooh smells?
Where's Pooh Shiesty at with this case?
Yeah, what I see.
Pooh Shiesty has to play a game of chicken. And he has to think that, no matter how heavily medicated Gucci appears to be, he could absolutely do... He's going to force Gucci...
He's never be able to drop no new music as a rap, so Gucci gonna only get paid off of whatever music that Pooh Shiesty released while under 1017. I think it was only the first day out. Nah, he did some other songs, but yeah, the first day out is the biggest one, so...
Should have picked between his reputation and staining his entire career legacy, right? Now, we're hearing rumors that he's not going to cooperate. I really don't see Gucci being on the stand.
Yeah, I don't see it neither.
I don't see Gucci being on the stand. I see Karen being on the stand. I see the other guy being on the stand, not Gucci.
Yeah, not Gucci. Feel like they're not even gonna need Gucci when they got all the other people getting on the stand. The police, the other business dude, the other people who got robbed. If all of them get on the stand, Gucci don't even gotta get on the stand.
Pooh.
You have to understand, we've been...
I'm about to say, I know Trump ain't talking
Let
about
me tell you the difference between a lawyer and a non-lawyer. Non-lawyers think the truth is what they know. Hey, I know this. This is the truth. I could see it. You know what lawyers think the truth is? It's what you could prove in a court of law. When a Fed writes an affidavit saying witnesses told him this, this, and this, and so the defendant is guilty of a crime, that does not make the defendant guilty of a crime.
I think it's reasonable. The case kind of looks a little weak. It looks like it's a hearsay case.
Knowing now that they saying they didn't have
10
working
people
cameras,
say the same thing about you still get convicted.
Footage. I thought they had footage of everything. If they ain't got footage or nothing,
I'm holding out hope that Gucci doesn't even get involved in this.
Like I said, it's only fucked up for Pooh Shiesty because he was on probation and he took a 6-hour drive to go down there to do that. But it was supposed to be a business meeting, so he might.
He'll be able to say later on, like, yo, I never made a statement to the cops. I didn't put pen to paper.
And if he do
I
that,
was just talking shit.
Career.
They took my statements and they try to like convict this guy with it.
So the idea that there's a video of Pooh Shiesty holding a gun and pointing it at Gucci Mane and saying, sign this contract, has been proven to be demonstrably false. That is not on video.
Like
if it was, he would have been cooked a long time ago. But we'll see what happens as the case and the witness. Let me tell you the difference.
Okay. There you go. We didn't. Very shocked if Pooh does more than 5.
Look, I said that too.
30 years?
Tell you the difference between.
Okay. There you go. You think Pooh's doing 30 years? I don't think so.
30. Yeah, I said at least 3 to 5.
I don't think so. I'd be very shocked if Pooh does more than 5.
He might do 3 to 4.
Why are
This is Butterfly. Everywhere I go. Yellow. Telling you it's my mama. I know it is. She's telling me, baby, go, Jay.
Jeezy one of the only
So
rappers
look, man,
I like
you know, I ain't
just
gonna
about
take too
every
much.
song he ever put out. Except for one. Why y'all tripping? I'm just... Some should lose my mind. I ain't like that song. But other than that, I like the all Jesus songs.
It's y'all time. You know, I'm out here.
Just about.
Get my mind right.
And
just
too many
wanted to drop
rappers
a
like that. Not
line of
Wayne,
guys.
not nobody. But Jesus, I like just about all
You know, I'm
Jesus
quite sure
songs.
there's somebody in some hospital
Except for the
bed
shit
right
he
now
made with USDA.
with all the
He
money in
could've
the
kept
world.
that kept that
Peace.
Okay, he's not really
all
addressing
Jesus solo shit for sure.
25 their way. Stay right here because of the attention of see those royalties until the label has.
Niggas got like documentaries about this shit already?
Already. I gotta go watch a few.
Oh man, it's a million.
I feel like
YouTube
they ain't do
channels,
none
but y'all
of this
right
for
here
Dirk.
with me.
It's like Dirk
It's
had
Monday,
went to
about to
jail
go get
by the
back to the
feds. He
homeless.
talked about how stupid he was.
Everybody's
and then
talking
just
about it.
moved on.
New situations coming out every day. New details coming out every day about it.
I don't like Sean Cotton, bitch.
Since we last done anything, he was arrested when Big 30s. They thought they had him. They from somebody who.
It is what it is. Like,
Yeah, I'm about to say that's it. I don't want to hear nothing Sean Cotton got to say. You hear me? Could keep that shit to itself. We gonna go on to the next one.
I don't do it for the pod, just do it for the pod. Just